Altamonte Springs, Florida, has a rich history that reflects the broader development of Central Florida. Located in Seminole County, just north of Orlando, the city's story begins with its natural features and evolves through settlement, economic growth, and modern development. The area that would become Altamonte Springs was originally inhabited by the Timucua people, a Native American group that lived throughout much of North Florida before European contact. By the 18th century, the Timucua population had drastically declined due to disease and conflict brought by European settlers, leaving the region largely unoccupied by indigenous peoples. The modern history of Altamonte Springs traces back to the mid-19th century. The name Altamonte is derived from Spanish, meaning high hill, paired with springs due to the area's natural water sources. The springs themselves, particularly the one near Lake Orienta, were a significant draw for early visitors and settlers. In 1870, the South Florida Railroad extended its line through the region, spurring development. A key figure in the city's founding was Dr. Washington Kilmer, a physician from Cincinnati, Ohio, who visited in 1876 seeking a healthier climate for his tuberculosis patients. Impressed by the area's elevation, about 85 feet above sea level, higher than much of surrounding Florida, and its springs, Kilmer purchased 160 acres and promoted it as a health resort destination. By 1882, the community was officially named Altamonte Springs, and the Altamonte Hotel was constructed to accommodate tourists and health seekers. The hotel, located near what is now State Road 436 and Maitland Avenue, became a focal point for the town, attracting wealthy northerners escaping harsh winters. This period marked the beginning of Altamonte Springs as a resort town, a reputation bolstered by its natural beauty and mild climate. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw gradual growth. The town was incorporated as a city on November 11, 1920, with a population of just a few hundred. Agriculture, particularly citrus farming, played a significant role in the local economy, as it did across Central Florida. However, devastating freezes in the 1890s and later in the 20th century periodically disrupted the citrus industry, pushing the city to diversify. The post-World War II era brought significant change. Florida's population boomed, and Altamonte Springs benefited from its proximity to Orlando. The construction of Interstate 4 in the 1960s was a turning point, improving access and spurring suburban growth. The opening of the Altamonte Mall in 1974 cemented the city's shift from a quiet resort town to a commercial hub. Today, the mall remains one of the largest shopping centers in Central Florida, anchoring the uptown Altamonte district. Throughout the late 20th and early 21st centuries, Altamonte Springs grew into a suburban city with a mix of residential, commercial, and recreational spaces. Its population, which was around 4,000 in 1960, has swelled to over 46,000 by recent estimates. The city has also embraced modern infrastructure projects, such as Crane's Roost Park, a scenic urban park around a lake that hosts events like the annual Red, Hot and Boom Independence Day celebration, drawing huge crowds. Altamonte Springs has faced challenges typical of Florida cities, including managing growth, hurricanes, and economic shifts, but it retains a distinct identity tied to its springs and early resort heritage. Its evolution from a health retreat to a bustling suburb mirrors the broader transformation of Central Florida into a major metropolitan region.